know.
It says it's live on Facebook,
Yeah, I got the
but
notification.
my other meeting says it's still preparing.
Just let me check here. Outrage Factory
Says-
is live now. Yeah, we're
Okay.
live. Holy shit, we're live.
Holy shit, we're
Holy
live.
fucking hey, Dale. Hey, listener.
Hey.
Hey, happy 2023. Happy New Year, everyone.
Wait, before you do that,
Oh,
I haven't seen you since last year. Oh wait, I saw you on New Year's Eve right after midnight.
yeah, you fucked
I
it.
lied.
But
I haven't potted with you since last year.
good joke. Practicing those dad jokes in anticipation of becoming a dad this year.
Got a couple months left. I got to brush up.
Yeah.
Okay, finish your intro.
Well, you totally fucking.
Hey, do I sound like Kylo Ren when I talk into my bottle?
Yeah, almost exactly like Kylo Ren.
You should have took my hand. Nobody knows what I'm talking about unless they just watch those like I did.
Did you just, was that like your holiday
No, I
fucking
like 6 months or a year ago, I was like, I'm gonna watch all the Star Wars movies, and I was like, I'm gonna watch all the
of them?
series, all this. Yeah, so I just started at the beginning, and this was before Disney Plus had their timeline watch, which they have now, which is amazing. It's super
So I was gonna
convenient.
say beginning like chronologically in the
Yeah.
story or beginning in like
In the
our
story.
timeline. Okay.
Because I'd never watched everything in order. I just watched stuff randomly when it came out. So I started at episode 1 and I watched through them. And I watched through Clone Wars and I watched through Rebels and I watched through the newest one. I can't remember what it's called right now. The Resistance. And I watched all the movies. I skipped Han Solo because I just watched that like a year ago. And I watched Andor and I watched Rogue One again. And I recommend it. Maybe just do the movies.
How much viewing time was that?
A fuck ton. Dude, Clone Wars took forever because there's 7 seasons. There's like 20 plus episodes in each season. But I do recommend everybody watch Clone Wars and Rebels because it fills in a lot of backstory for Jedi, Sith, lore. Like Clone Wars fills in a lot of backstory for Obi-Wan and Anakin. And it like, because if you watch just the prequels, it just seems like Anakin's good, then he's bad. So Clone Wars kind of shows him devolving to his Sith side better. And Rebels kind of fills you in on the lore for the Jedi and the Sith.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of that shit. Hey, not to derail you on your huge fucking nerd role there, but I don't think we're actually streaming on Facebook. It looks like it's just hanging. Like it says we're live, but the video did like the first 2 seconds, and then.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just checking it out. Wait.
Like, look, it'll start and then it just hangs. You get the little spinny wheel. It does like
I don't get
2
that.
seconds.
Mine works.
What the fuck?
Bro, your internet is trash garbage.
No, now it says this live video has ended. It'll be available to watch on your timeline.
Wait, what?
Shortly.
Wait, are you the one viewer?
Well, hold on, probably. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I have
Now it's working.
I have it playing, but I paused. Okay, wait. Tell me if this stops it now.
Don't do that.
Okay, did it stop?
No.
Okay, because I always like start it and then just hit pause so it doesn't distract me. And I thought maybe that stopped yours.
Okay, well, mine just fucked up, so ignore me.
All right.
Okay, hey.
So listeners. My point is, I don't know if it's actually working because it's paused at the beginning of the video. And nobody wants to watch 5 minutes of me catch up while I'm listening to me be super distracted and tangentialize on Star Wars.
Or talk about Star Wars. That will probably end up being the highlight of the episode, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
I know Sean will love it.
Yeah, I was just saying Happy New Year to our listeners. Hope 2023 brings you so much dumb shit to get mad about. Like just the fucking most dumb shit. Just like, let's make, by the way, today, anniversary, today is happy Beaniversary.
Dude, I saw that. Has it been 2 years?
It's been 2 years since being dead.
What?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
The fuck? How was that 2 years ago? I swear to God, you posted Bean Dad anniversary like 3 months ago, and it had been a year, and then you post that again, and I was like, wait, it's not. It can't
No,
be.
this is the anniversary of Bean Dad. So
Oh shit.
happy Bean. And since then we've had much more dumb shit that people lost their fucking minds over. So let's make every day a Bean Dad day in
Bean Dad. Derek, speak your truth.
Dad, I'm speaking it.
My New Year's resolution is to be mindfulness, or just say the dumb stuff of mindfulness. Speak your truth, Derek. Be wary.
Wait, what
totally
is actually
No.
be wary? Be wary?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said beware, and I'm like, be wary of what?
Oh, yeah, be wary.
Be wary.
Just speak your truth.
Yeah, I'm speaking it.
No, my actual New Year's resolutions are go to the gym every day in January and finish my werewolf novel.
Wait. Just for the month of Jan.
Well,
Your
I'm
New
gonna
Year's
go.
resolution.
My New Year's resolution at first was to just go to the gym again, because since I had COVID in April, I was like, oh, I'm sick. I don't have to go to the gym. And then it just fucking slid off a cliff because I don't know. I didn't have maybe I had long COVID, but my lung capacity is now gone. So every time I went to run, I'd be like, this sucks. I can't run. And I get all disheartened. I wanted to say disheveled so many times, but I'd get all disheartened, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. So now I was like, wait, I can go every day with no expectations of what I'm going to do. So I'll just go and it's a good thing I have no expectations, because today it was jam fucking packed, and there was no fucking machines to use. Everything was busy.
Is the worst time because you have all these fucking keeners who are all like, I'm gonna get in shape this year, and then fucking and then you wait until like the second week of January, and like 90% of those people have just reverted to being fucking like slovenly couch animals, and then it frees up more space for you. So you got to like never go to the gym the first week of January.
Everybody out there, especially if you go to my gym, don't live up to other people's expectations. Just do what you're comfortable with and leave some machines for me to use. Anyways, so I go there, and my whole thing about going every day is I just go there without being like, okay, I'm going to do half hour of running and then half hour of lifting. I'm like, I'll just go there, fuck around a bit, do some lifting, and then go home. And then that way it takes off the because anybody who goes to the gym all the time and makes himself go to the gym, you eventually get to this point of entry, pushback where you're like, oh, I don't want to go. I got to do this. I don't have time. Plus now it's like I went today and we're already potting, and I only went for like half hour because that's all I had time for. So I went, and then I was like, I did the Stairmaster for 10 flights. That's my cardio now. It's so weak, but whatever. It burns my quads.
I was into the fucking Stairmaster. Like, I feel like you get a better burn doing that than
but
running.
10 flights is only 5 minutes.
Whatever.
So and then I was like, I was gonna do the chest press. Somebody was on there. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna do the leg press. So I go on there, and I'm like, and since I'm not gonna do a bunch of workouts, I was like, hey, let's see if I could lift the stack, because usually I wouldn't do that because it fucking kills your legs and you can't lift anything.
I'm pretty sure the leg press and going too hard on it is actually how I fucking blew out my spine.
I thought you did it when you were doing deadlifts.
It was either I did the squat rack and then I did the leg press. But when I was reading about it, it was like the majority of herniated discs in the gym happen on the leg press machine because people go too hard on it. And when you're sitting in that chair, you don't have as good form. You're not so.
Did you know how much I lifted in the leg press?
Did you do the stack?
I did the stack. I did it twice, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking destroy myself. I better quit. Because my knees were creak.
Did you feel anything blow out in your spine?
No. I feel like I have a something going on with my disc anyway, but it's in my lower back. But the leg press, it just feels weird on my hips and knees. But I did 360 pounds, which is a stack, which I feel is a light stack. But I was saying, I was just fucking around. So I was like, I did that twice, and I was like, all right, that's it for legs today. I can't do anything else. And then I did some bicep curls, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's like the main thing, right? Is that like you get out the door, you get to the fucking gym, because that was what derailed me. Was like when I got to a point where it wasn't like automatic and something that I was forcing myself to do anymore. I was just like, and now it's the hardest fucking thing in the world to be like, I'm actually going to go to a gym, or I'm going to go out for a run. And that's why, that's how they get you.
That's
how
why
the
I'm
great
just living
Satan,
my truth and just
the great
going there,
live your truth, be wary,
looking
your
at butts, and then leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with doing little perv walks around the gym, just like strolling in, doing a couple laps, walking out.
Me and a guy
you
at
can
work were
break a sweat
talking
that
about
day.
it, and we're like, it's almost like you feel bad because these girls go to the gym and they work on just their ass for like over an hour, and you're like, they're putting so much work in. You kind of want to be like, hey, good job, like, but you can't, and you don't want to, because my girlfriend would probably get mad at me if I complimented girls on their butt workouts. But it's like they put in so much effort that you're like, I hope someone's telling you that they appreciate all your work.
Yeah.
In like a totally weird, like if I spent 3 hours a day working just my boy titties and nobody complimented me on them, I would be very upset.
Yeah. Yeah. I would want to hear compliments. I want to get recognition for the hard work I put in, specifically for comments directed at my thick, juicy ass. And
Hey,
I don't think
I'm doing 10 flights on the Stairmaster. I'm like, get there.
Live your truth, Dale. I will
get there.
I will compliment your ass. All right, should we get through? We have another fucking 6 months a year in review to get.
Yeah, and we want to keep this tight hour, which we're already halfway through. Our New Year's resolution for this podcast is to keep tight hours. Maybe Derek's New Year's resolution should be to get better internet, because it just, or is that my internet? Oh, I went off. Is that my internet or your internet? Weird, because it says on my end, it said you went offline.
For whatever reason, it tells you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, my internet is dog shit up in this room that we turned into our office, because the fucking baby took over the room I used to podcast in.
That little dick.
So I get disconnected routinely.
Before we get going on the year in review, you never said what your New Year's resolutions are. And I know everybody out there in fucking Outrage land needs to know what Derek's doing this year.
I have none.
Shut the fuck up.
For real. I'm like, because every year I've like done these fucking resolutions. I'm like, I'm going to read 50 books and I'm going to go to the gym X number of days and I'm going to fucking, and then I just inevitably end up failing at all of those things. And so this year I was just like, I'm just going to fucking take it one day at a time. I would like to go to the gym more and like start working out again. And I would like to read more books. And I would, but like, fuck it. I'm not.
Hey, Derek, new 2023 motto: some is better than none.
Yeah.
So as long as you read some books, it's better than reading no books.
A single book would be better.
Yeah. How about, hey, hopefully by the end of the year, you have at least one werewolf versus vampires alternate history book to read.
I'll proof that shit for you, bro.
There you go, bud.
I'll fucking, and that will count as my book for the year. But yeah, I'm like, and I'm generally like perfect already as it is and require no further improvements. So
I was just going to say that my podcast co-host, Derek Boland, is perfect in every way, and he doesn't need any New Year's resolutions.
I'm an Ubermensch. Ubermensch.
It's funny because that's a good saying, but it sounds racist.
It does, just because
whenever anybody says like mensch, I'm like, is that good or is that bad?
Just on the merits of it being German, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Schadenfreude. I don't even know. That was just the first German thing I thought of that is non-applicable.
All right. Oh, one more thing that I was gonna say before my internet dropped. Thoughts and prayers to Jeremy Renner, who ran a fucking snowblower over his leg. And
the actor?
Did you not hear about this?
No, I was too busy making bad jokes about Damar Hamlin.
Jeremy Renner had the also prayers up to Damar Hamlin. Fucking Jeremy Renner, fucking same day,
Shut
like
the fuck up.
had a self-involved snowblower accident and ran a snowblower over his own leg and almost died.
No.
He had to get
Almost
airlifted to a fucking
died?
he almost bled out. He had to get a
Bro,
fucking like
Hawkeye.
yeah.
Dude, actors, don't be doing shit that's oh, bro, he's got like fucking tubes out of his face and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, also Ken Block died on a fucking snowmobile.
Yeah. Snowmobile, which is like, so that and Jeremy Renner happened the same day. And I'm like, this is snow.
Jesus. Yeah.
Sending us a message being like, don't fuck with me. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
like I heard Ken Block died, and I was like, well, he obviously was doing a gymkhana and slid sideways into like a building or
well, that's
thing.
the crazy
like,
thing.
Yeah.
All the fucking wild shit that guy did, and he fucking dies when he like goes up too steep a hill on a snowmobile, and it just like pancaked him. So
Yeah.
I
also didn't
yeah.
know snowmobiles were that heavy, but I get it. I guess they are. Plus, he was probably on one of those fucking 1000 HP.
Why do you not think? I guarantee even the lightest snowmobile is heavy enough to crush a human being.
Yeah, and it was probably all hooniganed out.
Yeah,
the lime. I bet it was lime green.
He hooned it.
I will bet anybody $200 that Ken Block died on a lime green snowmobile.
He hooned it. Here's Jeremy Renner. You see that?
Oh man, your like fuzz background thing makes it look like a cartoon.
It's fuzzy.
Dude, did it hit his face?
Well, I don't know because his face don't look great.
The moneymaker. Well, it's a good thing they retired the Hawkeye character before he like fucking, I don't know, de-limbed himself.
Did that, yeah. Anyway.
Dude, de-limbing myself is my literal biggest fear working in the trades.
Damn, Jeremy Renner has so much shit that he's, what is this? Renovations on Disney Plus, and then the Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount Plus. He's getting work.
What's renovation? Not anymore. It's gonna be hard to build houses on one leg.
Renovations. Don't miss Renovations coming soon to Disney Plus. And it looks like a home reno show, but called
maybe I was out of line. Maybe he is handy with work and he should be running a snowblower and he's not just a useless actor.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that guy to fix my home anymore after the snowmobile incident. Like, well, you have liability insurance? Okay. Hey.
Okay.
Let's we Tide Hour. Let's go.
Tide Hour. Sorry, I just closed the Jeremy Renner thing, and then I saw something out of the corner of my eye that it looked like he was driving a truck snowblower thing. Anyways, I'll look that up on my own. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry to derail yet again.
Yeah.
Dude, 2023. It's not the year of some is better than none. It's the year of record-setting Dale Derails the podcast.
Hey, I know
how many times I could do it.
You wanted us to like alternate these, but I don't know what half of these fucking things are.
Okay, fine. I'll be the guy who gets all the attention.
I don't know who picked these.
I did. Okay, let's start then. July 2022. We start off with BJEXIT. I tried to make a Brexit pun with Boris Johnson getting shit canned because, I forget what he did. Do you remember what he did?
No.
Anyways, he did some dumb. He fucking knew somebody sexually molested someone and said he didn't know and he hid it. And then they found out that he knew because of emails, so they kicked him out.
For real? Is that why?
Yeah, that's why. Well, there's many reasons why they wanted him gone, but that's like the official, like, here's an actual reason we can do it. So we're just gonna fucking take our chance. The chips.
A new scandal prompted a resignation. Partygate. Wait.
Partygate?
Oh, they well, this is what it started with apparently. Parties in Downing Street while COVID lockdown rules were in force. So he was partying during.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons, because he was like saying all this lockdown shit and then not doing it and living totally separate, which he's probably the only person who did that. Well, we're not going to get into it. We're not that podcast. We're not talking about lockdown.
We even if we did, we'd just be reading shit that we had read on the internet.
And we got to get this tight hour through. So the CHIP Act passed in July, and that was since the chips, since they didn't have enough chips because of the supply chain, all sorts of technology was floundering, such as cars and computers, and they needed more chips. So Biden passed this thing where they were going to make more chips. I can't remember. The only thing I remember was Nancy Pelosi's husband bought a bunch of chip stocks weirdly right before this CHIP Act passed, and then everybody found out, and they're like, yeah, we've been talking about insider trading so much that we're not just going to let you do that. So he had to sell his shares at a loss, and it was hilarious for a bit. And then drone strike kills Al Qaeda leader, which I feel like there's one of those every like 3 months where they're like, oh, we just killed the Al Qaeda. What is it? Al Qaeda?
Al Qaeda. Yeah.
Why did is this spelled right? That's not spelled right, is it?
No, what is that? Qaeda?
That's why I said it, because I put an extra E in it. It says Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
Wow. Way to fail, Dale. It's a good thing I'm reading my own writing so you don't screw up.
Bro, the snowplow that ran over Jeremy Renner was 14,000 pounds. It was one of these.
So it was like a
big motherfuckers.
Fucking dump truck thing.
It was
shared in the chat or in the comments.
On the
comments.
Where are the okay, keep going.
The comments on the Facebook live video, the live stream. Yeah, shared in there. Our one viewer needs to see this.
I'm trying, bro. Why would it let me copy and paste? Fuck, so stupid.
Oh, dude, the fucking, I don't know, for some reason when we're streaming live, the comments thing, it's so fucking hard to just post something. I don't know if it's like some weird Facebook bug or something.
Fucking.
The good news.
Yeah.
The good news is they made a Jane Goodall Barbie.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I wonder if they made like an old Jane Goodall or a young hot Jane Goodall. I mean,
if they made her young and hot, wouldn't that defeat the
Yes, it would, but it would still be Barbie. Like, are we talking like recent Jane Goodall or Gorillas in the Mist?
Jane Goodall Barbie. Let's see. Does this Barbie, what color is your hair?
Oh.
It's blonde.
Okay.
It's blonde. Oh, it
as opposed to gray.
Comes with a monkey.
Oh, nice, cute.
Or a chimp.
I'm gonna buy my future daughter that.
I don't want to misspecies the monkey. So.
Yeah. Well, she was a chimpanzee researcher, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Predominantly.
Yeah.
Dope.
I think entirely.
Okay.
I don't know. Can you make old looking Barbies? Like old.
Oh, they must have old
elderly Barbie.
I love how we've made it through 1 month in 40 minutes.
Oh, they have a Helen Keller Barbie?
Cool. I'm gonna just resist making any jokes about that.
Please do.
Okay.
Elderly Barbie.
Is that Barbie hot? Is that Barbie young hot Helen Keller? Or
is there an elderly Barbie doll? Is there? Yeah, but even though like they made a 96-year-old woman a Barbie doll, and the Barbie doll still looks hot because they're just like they don't put wrinkles on them.
Wow,
right?
96?
Yeah.
Did they make an Elon Musk's mom Barbie doll? Because she's hot and old. Because she's a model.
Elon Musk mom.
Welcome to another episode of Outrage. Derek Google's Barbie Dolls Factory.
Derek Google's Uh, Andrea corrected you. Jane Goodall was not in Gorillas in the Mist.
Oh, that was Diane
glad-
Fossey.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're
thanks,
here.
Andrea. Glad she didn't comment on how awkward it was if I asked if it was hot, Jane Goodall.
Yeah. Was it hot, Diane
Wait,
Fossey in
how
Gorillas in
many
the Mist?
female in the
Conservationists are
70s,
there?
80s are
How
there like
many
grade 8
female?
researchers that got famous?
How many
Because there's at
female
least 2,
experts?
apparently.
All right, three women.
Really?
And wait, Louis Leakey selected 3 women to study the great apes. Those women were Jane Goodall.
Who's Louis Leakey? Yeah, of course they got another male gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Okay, Jane Goodall.
Diane Fossey.
Yep.
And Canadian Birute Galdikas.
What did she look at?
What? I don't know.
Orangutans?
Monkeys. Man.
Derek, they're not monkeys. Okay, moving on. I'll let you Google that while we dive into August. Kansas is the first state to keep abortion rights. We talked about that in part 1. It's the first state to vote on their, like, after Roe v. Wade was overturned, the states were responsible for their own laws on abortion, and Kansas voted to keep it because Kansas is a very liberal state, apparently.
Good job, Kat. They are not historically, which is the surprising. That's why I think the like
that is why I put it on there, because it was surprising it was them.
Conservatives really fucked themselves hitching their wagon to that, because I think even a lot of conservative people
you have like
it
fucking deflated the red wave that was supposed to come in the midterms.
Yeah.
That was 100% because of the abortion. They're like, people don't care about this one universal thing they've been crying about since the 70s. I'm sure they'll just get over it and they're sick of Biden and they'll elect a whole bunch of Republicans.
Well, we'll probably talk about this in November when the red wave was supposed, or November, when the red wave was supposed to materialize.
Wasn't that? Oh, yeah. I don't think it's in there.
Oh, because I think like the proportion of like the people who are really staunchly opposed to abortion are by and large like fundamentalist Christians, right?
Yeah, and just it's a Republican dog whistle, we could say.
Well, so it's like, but even like the fundamentalist Christians that make up the Republican base are like rapidly dwindling. Like, I don't think fundamentalist Christianity is like really gaining a foothold and like growing in popularity. So so that part of the base is shrinking, and you have a lot more moderate Republicans who think people should have the right to choose what they do with their own fucking bodies, but want to pay lower taxes. And that's like a lot of the Republican base as well, right? Like they're more like fiscally conservative rather than being like frothing at the mouth anti abortion. So I think as the Republicans keep like hammering that particular nail, they're gonna see them lose a lot of those moderate votes, because it is a pretty hot button topic. Anyway.
Does your shirt say the Great Denial?
No, it says the Great Pacific Northwest. It's a Seahawks shirt.
Oh, because it looks like anyway, sorry.
This is a conspiracy theory podcast now.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, I was gonna butt in, but I wanted to let you finish when you were like, the devout Christian conservatives are dwindling, and I was like, that's because the occult wants them to. The satanic occult. It's supposed to be a tight hour, so we're gonna sidestep that.
We're gonna need a part 3.
We're gonna need a part 3, which is hilarious.
Let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
FBI searches Mar-a-Lago, which is funny because we were talking about they found the boxes in the first half of this year in review, and then it took them months to be like, oh yeah, maybe we should investigate the rest of Mar-a-Lago.
That's bureaucracy for you.
Yeah. Biden signs law to lower prescription drug price, it's weird because Joe Biden on the sneak tip has done a bunch of really good things that you don't really hear about because everybody's too busy like doing identity politics to be like, oh, hey, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like if I was a liberal, I would be championing Biden for all the things he did that's good instead of constantly denouncing Trump and the Republicans.
Well, but that's the thing, right? Like nobody
Mhm.
nobody has any fucking idea what politicians do anymore. They just know that what the other guys do is bad. So
yeah.
that's it.
In August, streaming finally hit bigger viewership than cable, which you wouldn't think because everybody keeps
Hey,
talking about how streaming's going down, but cable's disappearing and streaming is the new king.
yeah, congrats streaming. It only took 15 years and 10 different platforms for you to finally fucking like I would have thought this happened like forever ago.
Yeah.
Is this like globally or just in the US? Do you know?
I can't remember. I think it was probably in the US.
I'm gonna say something controversial. It is Be That Day after all. I actually would like to see cable come back, but like have it be like just one fucking package that you can get all your shows through, but it's all on like demand. So maybe we bring back the PVR or something. Cause like
Yeah.
this is so fucking dumb, man. Like how many different streaming services does one person need? And at what point, like they all keep like jacking up their prices just a little bit, just a couple dollars every year. But it's like, how much are you paying now for like, wait, what do you have? Stream wise.
I just got rid of Prime, but I have Netflix, Disney Plus. That's it.
Oh,
I'm still using my brother's Crave, which I've been using for years.
So I have Crave, Disney Plus, Netflix, Apple TV. Fucking Kate has a Hulu thing that we can use through a VPN here. What's the other one? Prime Video. It's just fucking like stupid. Like I just want to go into like one interface and be like,
Yeah.
oh, these are all the shows and movies I could be watching, rather than being like, oh, I want to watch this one show, and then having to hunt fucking 6 different places for like it's dumb.
Like the amount of times I've Googled movie title streaming and not found it. But what you're talking about would be good was instead of like cable coming back, they should make an umbrella streaming site where you could just go to one, pay like a big price for all of them, or pick different ones. Cause like Crave in Canada has HBO Plus, Stars, and you can add like Crave is like one thing, and then it has a bunch of them that are separate down in the States. And then it just brings them up under because of all the like weird licensing stuff in Canada. And we can't even get Hulu up here, so it's actually awesome that Kate has it.
Yeah.
Do you have to use
a VPN? Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Biden promises $20,000 student loan check, which I don't even think it's going through anymore, isn't it? Didn't they fucking repeal it or something because he set it up the dumb way where it wouldn't go through automatically? And then I don't know. I was listening to Breaking Points, which is a podcast that talks about political stuff and is super smart. And I'm like, I listen to it and I'm like, I'm going to be super smart and remember all of this. And then it just fucking flitters out my ears. But yeah, if you want to hear their breakdown, it's pretty good. Or it might have been that or Crystal Kyle and friends, but they do a pretty good breakdown of why the Biden student loan check thing failed. And the good news.
Well, it's because Americans hate socialism. And they hate the idea of handouts, and they hate the idea of free anything.
Yeah, but the way Biden did it was he went a certain way to get this whole thing going when he could have done it a different way. And the reason, and because he did it one way, it was allowed, like it had the possibility of failing. Anyways, he could have done it so that it would have gone through anyway.
Well, he could just sign a fucking executive order and say, hey, decree of the president says we're going to fucking forgive student loan debt for everyone. But
yeah, the problem was he was still scared of the red wave at that point because this was back in August.
Like, I think he should maybe try doing something like that now. But again, like Americans, even a lot of Democrats, like hate the idea of handouts. Like
Yeah.
the message that they've been fed for decades is that if you take government assistance for anything or you take a handout for anything, you are fucking weak, you are immoral, you are like just a failure as a human being. So you have all these people continually voting against their own self-interests
Yeah.
because they've been fed this line by the people who profit off of their misery. So good job, everyone. Way to fucking really hit yourself in the dick on that one.
The good news is Love Island is sponsored by eBay, and all the clothes worn are secondhand.
Love Island, the
So
show.
yeah, they turned their back on fast fashion, which is super bad for the environment.
Which have you seen this new what is it?
Nope.
MILF Mansion? MILF
Nope. MILF Manor.
MILF Manor. Is that what it's
I've
called?
heard about it. I haven't. I
Yeah.
don't watch reality TV, Derek.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like literally a 30 Rock skit like from 6 years ago where
Has it started?
they were making a joke. No, I don't think it started yet.
Because I heard Andrew Schultz was talking about it, and the like trailer for it or something has like a bunch of really hot milfs, and then a bunch of younger dudes, and then there was some surprise, and they were like guessing what the surprise was, and they were guessing that the men were their sons, which would make it wild if it was like this like hookup reality show with like dudes and other dudes' moms that are also there, which would bring this weird dynamic into it.
That would be fucking hilarious. Like, I think this is just like this excites me because it just like this
It's just
show.
trashier.
Well, it represents the like continued erosion of our like morals and standards as far as reality TV is concerned. So you're like, if they're going to do something like that and like make all these MILFs hook up with each other's sons on a TV show, like where do you go from there? What's going to happen? What else is going to get greenlit?
Incest.
Well, like, is it that far out of the realm of possibility
I
that
fucking
like,
hope so.
they do a reveal and they're like, surprise, this is your actual, like, they bring a bunch of adopted kids on and then they make them like hook up with their like birth
biological parents.
Yeah, like
Jesus.
what's gonna happen? What's gonna get the people watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving into September.
Yeah, more incest. More incest.
Speaking of incest, education drops in math and reading in fourth graders, worst in decades. This is for the States. Russia suspends the Nord Stream. They basically cut off Germany from getting any of their natural gas.
Yeah, this was a consequence of the sanctions for the Russian invasion of Ukraine that had been solved months prior by people updating their profile pictures and usernames on Twitter. This is just a fallout from that conflict, which it ended.
Yeah.
Long before that. Yeah.
Later that month, the Queen died. The protests in Iran started where a young woman was, what are they called? Like the cultural police, the religious police. Anyways, in Iran, there's like these police officers that go around and make sure that like women are covering their hair properly or something. And some girl wasn't wearing her niqab, so the police interrogated her and beat her to death in a jail cell. And then all the women in Iran, as they should, started protesting by removing their uh was it called a niqab or is that a face I can't remember. Anyways,
Hijab. Niqab's the
oh yeah,
face
yeah, yeah.
covering.
They removed their hijabs and were protesting in the streets, and it's still going on, but they're talking about it less because I guess I don't know, the novelty's worn off.
Yeah.
Liz Truss makes tax cuts, which Liz Truss was
Liz
the
Truss.
female who took over for Boris Johnson, and she made some big tax cuts that basically pissed everybody off and kind of sealed her doom to be England's shortest serving prime minister. Is that what it is? Prime minister there?
When did she actually? Oh, October.
Yeah.
October.
The
Okay,
next
it's
month.
coming up next month. Okay.
Yeah. Good news. I don't know if this is off the good news site or if it was just good news. NASA's DART program moves asteroid in test, which if you're
Moved it where?
to the side.
Hope the asteroid bought it a case of beer and some pizza for helping move it. Huh? Huh?
Nice.
Huh?
Yeah, basically they shot, what was it, an old satellite or something at this asteroid, and it was like a test to see if they could move an asteroid off of a collision course with Earth, and it worked. So
It would have been
nobody
so fucking funny if by doing this they had inadvertently been like, if they'd been like, oh, we're just going to test this to see if they can, and then they had somehow moved the asteroid into an orbit that like put it on a collision course with Earth.
yeah,
That'd be-
they bumped it into like fucking Saturn's orbit, and it's just slingshots it straight at Earth or something.
I actually didn't know this one.
Yeah, because they don't tell you that. You didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh, it was like a big deal for like 5 minutes. But I don't know. Patagonia founder Yvon Chouinard just donated the entire $3 billion company to fight climate change, which is good news if you like the climate.
I'm ambivalent.
Now, anytime you buy Patagonia wear, if you're fucking rich as shit and you can afford that stuff, all the money goes to the climate change help to fight.
Yeah, but what are they? So they donated the other 98% of Patagonia, its common shares, to a newly established nonprofit organization called the Holdfast Collective, which will now be the recipient of all the company's profits and use the funds to combat climate change. It does not say how they are going to do that.
No.
Holdfast Collective.
I wasn't gonna look into this because it's just nice news if you don't look into it.
It is, yeah, and that's I think true of most nice news, but it's like as soon as you start asking questions, like what? They advocate for causes and political candidates in addition to making grants and so like
Oh, so they don't fight climate change, they just give money to people who say they're fighting climate change.
like
So it's like a climate change pyramid scheme.
well, it's also so if you take 98% of your profits,
yeah,
and you funnel them into a organization. Elon Musk did the fucking exact same thing, because it was like a couple of years ago, whenever I talk about like what a piece of shit Elon Musk is, because he's the world's richest man and he's done absolutely nothing to
he
help
accidentally
people.
made the world better by getting the world to embrace
Yeah, that's
electric
exactly it.
cars so he could get government funding.
Well, and so everyone always talks about how Elon Musk made the single biggest charitable contribution. It was like $150 billion or something.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest charitable contribution in history.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's nothing to do with tax cuts or where that was going or.
So he made it to the Musk Foundation, which is his charity. Mm-hmm. And it's basically like, oh, that $150 billion he donated, that's just like a tax write-off and he's not going to get taxed on it. And then fucking they don't have to be accountable for like what they do with the money. The money could just sit in a trust with them forever, similar to this Patagonia shit. Like this is just like rich assholes dodging their responsibilities and wanting to hold on to more money for themselves with their grubby little fucking rich person.
Derek, are you telling me there's something wrong with a super rich guy taking a big chunk of money and donating it to himself for fucking future problems slush fund just so he doesn't have to pay taxes on it?
It's like, you know what?
Because I was about to do that with a large sum of money.
I would even have no problem if they just did that. It's that they do all this fucking like self dick sucking PR along with it. Being like, look what a good person I am. I'm donating my company to help fight climate change. And by doing fucking nothing, you're just donating money to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm going to take, my next paycheck and put it directly into my bank account, and I'm going to do a press release about how I donated.
No, Derek, you're going to put it in the Derek Bolin Fund
Right,
bank account,
the Derek
and then
Bolin
you're
fund.
not going to have to pay taxes on it when you write your taxes.
Yes.
So you'll save basically what Elon Musk did is he saved himself from paying, I don't know, tax that high goes down, right? Like all I know is I pay like 25% income tax, basically, roughly. So if you or me were to do this, we would save ourselves a quarter of our paycheck when we did our taxes.
Yeah, we should probably start doing that.
Yeah.
All right, we did.
That's what RSPs are.
Yeah.
So I mean, basically, Elon Musk just put $150 billion into Elon Musk's RSP.
Into his retirement plan.
He's like, I put it into my 51K. Where were we? Oh, okay, now we're moving on to October. Biden issues weed pardons. Cool.
Good.
But I don't know, you can look into that and be happy or upset with it, whatever you want. Alex Jones is ordered to pay $965 million in damages. But the kicker is the judge later added $473 million. He's like, almost $1 trillion or almost $1 billion. Not enough. Let's make it just under $1.5 billion because fuck Alex Jones, apparently.
Well, so I thought that they added they added all these like punitive damages to it, but like by US law, I think it's capped at like he's not going to have to pay all that money.
I don't think he has. Let me do the math on here. 1.4. I don't think he has $1.48 million.
Will Alex Jones actually have to pay families? Why is Jones being sued? Will Jones pay $1 billion to Sandy Hook families? Punitive damages. Oh, there's another.
Did they add more? I think they're trying to go after him for $1 trillion after that.
Well, there's a third lawsuit filed in Texas by parents of another shooting victim. But
of a different shooting? Like it's not.
It's the same shooting.
Oh, okay.
Forensic economist combined net worth 135 to 270 million. They vowed to pursue payment as long as it takes. Like I'm sure Alex Jones with his like paltry $2 million net worth can basically like drag this out and delay it and what's the word I'm looking for when you like contest something in court? Like you
appeal?
Yeah, thank you. When you appeal, like he can appeal it
and
fucking like drag this out for another 60 years until he is thankfully a rotting piece of shit corpse.
You know, one of my favorite conspiracy podcast hosts does. He keeps bringing up Nancy Grace because Nancy Grace kept going after people who, like, I think his example was Casey Anthony, who legally didn't kill her own child because the court said that she legally didn't kill her own child, but Nancy Grace on like Fox News or whatever she was on kept calling Casey Anthony a child killer and stuff. And he's like, and his whole thing is like, well, if Nancy Grace can do it, why can't Alex Jones do it? And I was like, kind of different, but
yeah, extremely different.
Something to think about.
Sure.
Liz Truss is booted. Rishi Sunak takes over. I have heard absolutely nothing about this guy. I actually didn't even know who took over for Liz Truss until I was doing this research. So maybe he's good. Hopefully. Meta loses another quarter of its market value, down 70% over the year. So Meta started at the beginning of the year worth something, and then by October, it was worth like 2/5 of what it was worth at the start.
Well, they also took a like shit beating in like I think tech stocks in general did not do particularly
Oh,
great.
do you know why he lost so much money?
Why?
One of the reasons was because he's all in on Meta, which makes no sense. Like Meta verse or whatever it's called. He's keeps dumping money into that. But the other reason was because Apple on their iOS for their phones
Oh, right.
updated their security
To say, like,
to be like,
basically, they blocked like third-party ads or something, didn't
yeah,
they? Yeah.
so the fucking data farming that Facebook didn't appear on Apple phones, and this caused Meta to lose like 30% of their fucking stock value.
Yeah. Well, because that's all the like all Meta, all Facebook is at its core. It's a fucking ad delivery platform. And the ads are only as successful as people are unaware of their privacy rights. So, which by the way, over here are like way worse than they are in Europe. But
Over here, as in Canada or the States?
both Canada and the States
Oh,
are
okay.
like, we don't have the same data privacy protections that the majority of Europe has. So, like, yeah, it's hilarious that something like that can fucking destroy Meta. And this is why
Yeah.
Zuckerberg is like trying so fucking hard to like create his fucking Neopets VR, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh
Like
man,
Lawnmower Man.
if Zuckerberg brought back Neopets, I'd fucking start it up again. I remember that. Sorry, you
Yeah,
done?
go. I'm done because we got to power through this shit. Let's
We
go.
only got 2 months left after this. Musk finally buys Twitter for $44 billion. And I'm going to objectively say at this point, Twitter's a better platform.
Yeah.
He changed the icon to a feather.
I
And
think
it annoyed me at first because I didn't know what it was, but now I like it.
Yeah.
Also, the fucking Twitter files have been delicious. As a conspiracy guy, fucking revealing that the FBI was meeting with the heads of Twitter once a week to tell them what to do behind the scenes, and people aren't upset about this, just blows my mind.
Wait, why would the FBI meet the
They were
heads of
meeting
Twitter?
like the fucking people on Twitter to be like, okay, here's what we want you to like. And they would have like, they would pull up lists and they'd be like, we want you to like block this person. We want you to guide or point guidance to this. We want you to do traffic for that. Like the FBI was meeting. And then the fucking wildest thing was when Musk started the Twitter files, he got an ex FBI guy to do it. And that guy was like squirreling away files and making them so they couldn't be seen. It's Dude, Derek, you gotta look into the Twitter
Yeah,
files.
but
It's like the greatest thing ever.
the FBI investigates crimes, and they're like a nonpartisan.
Derek.
They're like a nonpartisan.
Derek. No, but nobody's nonpartisan.
But that's the FBI.
Dude,
is a nonpartisan.
The FBI told Zuckerberg to turf the laptop article off of Meta. Zuckerberg received direction from FBI to turf
the CIA did that?
No, the FBI. The CIA isn't allowed to operate on US soil.
Yeah, but what FBI Twitter files?
Derek, you're such a summer child. I can't believe this. You're like, why would the FBI do that? They're
Twitter's
the good guys.
No, not that they're the good guys. That this is like has nothing to do with what the FBI does. Like zero to do with what the FBI does. I don't think it's like a jurisdiction thing. It's not like the CIA. I could see doing that. The FBI, like,
no, the
why
CIA
do they
can't do shit on U.S. soil, supposedly.
Supposedly, but like, so why would the FBI? Like, what is the FBI's interest in making sure the Hunter Biden
national security?
Oh yeah, I could maybe see it
because they didn't want people to like freak out or whatever. And it's like the people in I don't remember exactly why they didn't want the laptop to be seen, but Zuckerberg is on record saying that he turfed the New York Sun article because the FBI told him to. You'll just have to go look at the Twitter files, dude. You'll love it. It's gonna red pill you again.
It's like, I don't think it will. Like, I've read some of the stuff and like, what's his fucking, like, the guy lost me because it's like the one journalist that Musk is like leaking the shit to, right? And
It's
he's
two,
like,
bro.
whatever.
Are
But he
you
like,
gonna start shit talking those two, like the two journalists he gave it to, Matt Taibbi
that's the
and
guy.
fucking what's the other chick's name? What's her name?
I don't
Can't
know.
remember.
I just know the Matt Taibbi guy.
You hate Matt Taibbi?
No, I don't like give a shit, but I also like, I started reading this and I was like reading his tweets, and then he was like, "Oh, over the course of a year, FBI officials and Twitter trust and safety exchanged 150 emails." And I'm like, "Well, that's not that many emails, bro." And then he's like, "And a lot of these
That's one
emails."
every other day.
Well, hold on. And then he's like, a lot of these emails were just like wishing each other a happy birthday or talking about like all this shit. And then he's like, but a worrying number of these emails were talking about like specific. And I'm like, well, dude, if it was a worrying number, you'd say the actual number instead of doing this sensationalist shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I honestly like, I do think it's worrying that like the US government would meddle in an online platform and what was being published there.
Yeah.
I do not for 1 second believe it's as serious as anyone is making it out to be. And
Barry Weiss. I love Barry Weiss.
I'm going to say that if all these people are outraged that the US government was meddling in what a media property was allowed to say, you guys, there's a whole fucking rich history of the US doing this shit
Yeah, Project Mockingbird.
in other countries for like centuries, man. Like what the fuck? Like, we're gonna get all bent out of shape because it was US citizens being did this time?
The point was, the whole point of Twitter was that it wasn't a public utility and it was a private company, so they could do whatever they want.
It
But
is a
the
private
fact
company.
that it was directed by the government makes it more like a utility, so it should be open to the same rights as like publicly owned stuff is, like free speech and all that shit.
Why?
What do you mean why?
It's a privately owned company, and a privately owned company can
But it's
elect.
directed by the government.
But a privately owned company can decide as a private entity to take direction from the government should they decide to. Where are we going to say that privately owned businesses are required by law to tell the government to fuck off if they come and talk to them?
I mean, I'm not against it.
But they're not. Like, this whole fucking argument is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's good at all that the US government did that. I'm saying that like everyone making these fucking like crazy, like, number one, Musk knows what he's doing leaking this shit because he's trying to fucking like throw credence behind the story that like Musk is good for Twitter and he's like finally being transparent while simultaneously blocking his critics or suspending them.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same shit, it's just a different guy in charge now. That's literally the entire story.
Dude, I'm just convinced that Musk is somehow working to get this a utility so that he'll be like, yeah, the government was telling us what to do before, now we have to, and then he'll somehow get government funding out of it the same way he does with every other one of his businesses, where he'll like make Twitter a subcontract of the government.
Yeah, but if he's doing that, I mean, I don't think he can do that now without losing a massive amount of face.
Oh, he can't just turn around and do it, but I think it's like a multi-step slippery slope process. Like, I don't know, because you look at every one of his business and everyone's like, oh, these businesses are super good. But it's like, where would SpaceX be if the government wasn't paying him to take government properties into space and like launch satellites? And where would Tesla be if they weren't getting carbon credits from like car dealerships selling them? And then, yeah, so it's like every business he has is somehow tied to getting money from the governments, from the taxpayers. So he's somehow going to make Twitter profitable again by hooking it up to the governmental teat.
No, he won't. Twitter is not going to be profitable. Like, it's just not. Like, Musk bought this platform to, like, basically, like, silence his trolls.
You're gonna say he bought it out of spite, and that just kind of makes me like the decision more.
Yeah, and like every like Musk dick rider can think it was great that Musk bought this for like transparency or to silence his trolls or to hit back at them. But at the end of the day, it was a fucking brutal business decision.
Oh yeah.
And like Tesla stock is showing that right now. And I think, ultimately Musk is going to take a big time L on this one.
Oh yeah. You can't hit 100% of your shots once. Like if every shot you take is super dramatic, so is the fallout.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Tight hour.
The good news for October was the FDA approved a drug AMX 0035, an ALS treatment, which developed using funds from the Ice Bucket Challenge. You know what this means, Derek?
You remember that
2014, when you and me did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, we helped make society better by somehow contributing to the drug AMX 0035 treat ALS.
You know what else that means?
Our heroes.
You know what else that means?
What?
In the year 2030, the Russian invasion of Ukraine will finally come to an end because of all the people who changed their profile pictures on Twitter.
No, it only takes, because you and me didn't do it.
It only takes 8 years, I guess, for these social media things to become a reality.
I mean, it's better than having no effect whatsoever, like you think they would.
Yeah, true.
I'm done.
All right.
All right, on to November. Sorry, I didn't have the failing of the red wave on there. Oh wait, I did.
You did.
Midterms are a big edge fest.
It's literally the first thing.
Dems hold the Senate and Republicans win the House. Hey, quick political question.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me sound as stupid as I am about politics.
Yeah.
What the fuck does GOP stand for? I know it's the Republicans. But what does it stand for? Is it Grand Old Party?
GOP.
That can't be it.
What does the Grand Old Party? Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What? Yeah. I feel like society just got dumber knowing that. Grand like that's party. Like when people call whatever party in Canada the Whigs. I'm like, why the fuck do you guys call them that? Is there like this big deep meaning? They're like, no, they used to wear wigs. And it's like, you call it the Grand Old Party? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm fucking furious.
Yeah.
I like Democrats more now.
Yeah.
Even though GOP. Fucking Republicans have an elephant which owns donkeys. Why would the Republicans have a donkey, Derek? What the fuck? I hate politics so much. Oh, how can anybody take themselves seriously? They're like, I'm a conservative. I have these values and I vote for the Grand Old Party. Like you sound like you're in a circus. What is this shit? I hate it so much. The Grand Old Party. I'll never get over this. I'm going to be bitter till I die. Anyways, they didn't the Grand Old Party didn't have their red wave. But they won the House, right? That's something.
Yeah, they didn't win it to the extent that they were supposed to, but it was always expected that they were going to win it, and they were supposed to win it by a landslide, and then they barely won it, and then they were expected to win the Senate, and they didn't win that. So yeah, really.
Maybe you shouldn't have fucking outlawed or abortions. Losers.
It was the abortion thing, and I think we see. I'm fucking pumped for. I know it's like stupid bullshit politics, but I'm pretty pumped for the upcoming presidential election because like Trump is just this like fucking giant wild card that is gonna like fuck a whole bunch of shit up because the Republican Party largely doesn't want him anymore to the extent that like the Trump backed McCarthy, who was like campaigning for Speaker of the House today,
Yeah.
couldn't even get the required votes to become Speaker of the House from the Republicans in the
Shit.
party. So like basically like everything Trump touches is fucking toxic right now, but Trump is fucking dead set on running for president again. So it's going to be awesome, man. I'm really excited for it. It's going to be really entertaining.
I think that he's going to lose the primaries.
Oh yeah, but like,
or wait, does he get a buy through the primaries because he was the president?
No, he'll have to do the primaries again. Like the Republican Party will have to decide that he is, but like honestly, if it gets contentious enough or it becomes apparent enough to Trump that he doesn't have the support of the Republican Party anymore, he can fucking drop out and run as an independent, which is what I'm desperately hoping happens, because it would just be so fucking funny if he like Ross Perot's that shit. And
dude, if he runs as a third party and it somehow legitimizes having a third party in the US, that would be amazing, and Trump would have ultimately made American politics that much better.
True. I mean, there are third parties in American politics. You never fucking hear about them because they aren't massive corporations like the Republicans and the Democrats, both of which are shitty.
Don't have a super cool name or a sweet mascot.
A GOP. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Oh, and he could make the eagle his mascot. Fucking win right away. FTX collapses. If you're not a crypto bro, this is basically
it was a crypto exchange. Like,
I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But it's weird because it was collapsed by another crypto exchange owner being like, I don't think this is legit. And then people looked into it and they found out that they were using investors' money to buy other shit. And it just turned out to be this whole fraudulent, super big thing. And it was basically people didn't know what they were doing and they just fucking got a whole bunch of money anyway. And it's just more reasons why crypto doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Just like a lot.
Sorry.
A lot of retail investors lost a lot of money. And I think it's like the crypto exchange, we talked about it before, but like all the crypto exchange failings this year, I think crypto is going to have a long, hard fucking climb to get like just regular people and not fucking crypto bros to trust it again.
It'll never be legitimate because of shit like this.
Yeah, true.
And the good news, a new mental helpline specifically for farmers and ranchers became rolling around across the US, which is good news, but also bad news when you're like, wait, they need a fucking mental helpline for just farmers? How fucking terrible is it to be a farmer in the US? I guess we'll have to ask Bill Gates, since he owns the most farmland of anybody ever.
I mean, I don't think Bill Gates would have to use the fucking suicide line, but good for them.
He would probably just be like, I'm going to Africa to vaccinate more teenage girls.
Yeah.
That'll cheer me up because I'm Bill Gates.
Yeah.
And in December, we're getting there, the last month, Biden stopped the railway workers from striking, which on one hand, you're like, that asshole. But on the other hand, they were asking for 15 unpaid sick days, which is fucking ridiculous. So they get whatever vacation days they get, and then they basically get another 3 weeks off unpaid vacation or unpaid sick days, which I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, that's bad for the worker. They should have gave them to him. It's like, no, they don't. How do you expect any company to make money if people just get 3 weeks paid extra vacation?
Well, the rail workers are nationalized, right? So they don't need to make money. It's rail service does not exist to be profitable. It exists to get goods across the country.
Well, Derek, they're all subcontracted, so it's not nationalized. They're all companies that are the government pays a company who then hires the workers.
Yeah.
So they're not actually government employees, which I think you were getting at, right? Is that what you were meaning?
Yeah, I thought they were employees of the government. Either way, it's bullshit that Biden's the Democrat, left-wing, pro-labor rah, 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 we're so progressive. And then he
Mm.
fucking like basically takes a big fat old man shit all over the
Oh yeah,
labor
when
movement.
he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys, you're not allowed to strike, or we're
Yeah.
taking away your right to strike
Your right to
because you got to
strike.
get
Yeah.
to work,"
Yeah.
which is bad. But at the same time, 15 paid sick days, fuck off. That's too
What?
much.
I think that's fair, especially when you work in like
15?
2 weeks paid sick
That's
days,
3 weeks.
3 weeks paid sick day. That's not like
Yeah, it is. Give them more vacation.
what?
Give
Just
them
give
an
them fucking
extra week.
paid. Just give them fucking
Give
paid.
them some paid sick days, but
Like
not
why?
15.
Why is it a problem that the fucking peasants are sitting here saying that like, oh, Elon Musk's doing such a great job fucking running Twitter, but these common people like us who want an extra 5 paid sick days a year, that's a fucking problem. The richest man alive doing richest man alive bullshit. Yeah, I support him.
No, they're not mutually exclusive, Derek. It's just you can't have people getting 3 weeks off paid sick because people will just exploit that and it'll crush small business. Like if a company has the money to pay all of its employees 15 days sick days, just give them more money to start with. Don't make them get sick before you give them extra money. Just give everybody a pay raise. That's like what? 15%? Just give everybody a 15% raise. Oh, you totally stalled out. Oh shit, Derek left.
No,
Oh,
I
you're
came
back.
back. Yeah, when my internet gets really shitty, it just like fucking completely drops. I was on a
Is
rant
it
there
because
though.
I was right? Because
Why?
you were like, you paused and then I started. What did you hear when I said?
I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay,
I was still ranting.
I'm saying it's going to crush small business. And if a corporation can pay 15 paid sick days, don't make the people get sick first. Just give them the money.
A railroad
Just
is
give them a
not a
raise.
small fucking business.
No,
What
I know.
are you?
I'm
What are you
saying
talking about?
this sets, yeah, like in this case, yes,
This is the case. There's no other case. We're
the
not saying.
company, okay,
We're not
fine.
saying, oh,
That's a
there's
good
going to be a
point.
trickle down effect and McDonald's employees are going to demand 15 fucking. No, it's a fucking railroad. Is a
Yeah.
fucking railroad. Give them fucking
No, my
15.
point is just give them more money. Don't make
Dick
them get
dicks.
sick before they get paid. Just give everybody a raise. If you're having record profits like this company probably is, just pay these people more. Take the ease off. Don't overwork them so they get sick.
Railroad employees
Hire more employees so they work shorter fucking hours.
strike.
I don't know. It's just to me, giving people paid sick days is a good idea on paper, but it's kind of like
It's a good idea.
it's paying at the end instead of paying at the beginning. Like if you just give people more money and less harsh work conditions, then they won't get sick.
It's a good idea. No, people still get sick. People will get viruses spread. It's what fucking viruses do. I think like people are just going to get sick. Things are going to come up. People are going to have health problems. People should be entitled to at least there are 52 fucking weeks in the year. 3 weeks, less than 5%. Less than 5% of the fucking year as sick leave should not be this contentious thing.
That's more than 5%.
What?
5% is 2.5 weeks.
3 divided by 52. Oh, 5.7%. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I stand corrected. Fuck it.
That's okay
sick,
because
assholes.
before I did the quick math and I said it was 15%. But I say just give these guys at least a 5.5% raise.
Yeah, I don't even know what they ended up.
They ended up getting 7 days paid sick days.
But you know what? Railroads are. The problem with this is that railroads are pushing for more efficiency than ever before. And they're doing that in the interest of not in the interest of their employees, but in the interest of shareholders, which again, and who are shareholders? The fucking rich. So why are we all over here beating the fuck out of each other over 5 additional sick days for the people doing the actual work rather than the investors who do nothing other than fucking throw money in and take money out? Why are we saying that those people have more rights?
Just give them raises. Give them better work conditions and more raises, and don't try to make it more efficient. All right.
Fuck it.
The Trump organization gets hit with tax fraud. We talked about sorry, excuse me. We talked about this in part 1. It's because the organization was paying its workers with cars and vacations and not doing the proper tax shit they were supposed to, so they got hammered. Anything to say, Derek?
Nothing. Let's power. Tight hour.
Brittany Griner is freed.
Yeah. Freedom.
I think we talked about this on a couple podcasts
We did.
ago. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe giving the Merchant of Death for a female basketball star. Oh, that's a good trade, but at least she's home.
I think it's a good trade. Fuck it.
Yeah. Biden makes same-sex marriage federally binding, which was the exact opposite what they did when they overturned Roe v. Wade.
Well, he learned his lesson with that. I think he like saw that they were going to come for gay marriage next, so he codified it and like made it federal law.
And this is awesome news, but this is yet another one where I was like, why the fuck wasn't this already law? I didn't understand. I thought like when they had that gay marriage, like Prop 8 or whatever, whenever they were having all that bullshit like 5 years ago and they're all like crying about it, I thought that made it federal, but I guess not.
No.
Andrew Tate's on here. Did you put that on there?
I just added it because like
because he's in jail now.
Matt popped into the comments and fucking asked if we had discussed it yet. I think he's gone now, but this is like the last story of the year. Men's rights activist and grifter Andrew Tate stupidly, and this is what I love about the story, is that he fucking like didn't have to do any of this.
Yeah.
And fucking like just like sent a tweet trolling Greta Thunberg, talking about how much fucking gas his 32 performance luxury cars burned, and she hit back and said he had small dick energy, and then he posted this like fucking cringy response video where he's like in a robe smoking a cigar or something.
Yeah, he's trying to show how cool and laid back he is.
Yeah, it didn't work because it looked very staged and cringy. And then he ended up, a lot of people said that he got arrested because there was a Romanian pizza chain on the boxes that he was using as props in this video. The arrest had nothing to do with that, but he got arrested for human trafficking and exploitation because him and his brother were basically luring women back to their compound in Romania and forcing them to produce content for porn sites like OnlyFans.
Yeah, and it's disgusting because like I saw some supercut of him talking on podcasts and he was saying like he had 5 girlfriends and he talked to like anybody who has 5 girlfriends to start with is a piece of shit and their empathy center is broken because they didn't know about each other. And then he said 3 of them left him and 2 of them started working as cam girls for him. And then he started doing this like big cam girl company, which just sounds like he was a pimp. And he's basically, I don't know why he got so popular this year, but he just kind of rose out of nowhere because he's like this super misogynist and people loved him. And now he's going to jail, which is awesome.
Yeah, like he became famous for the same reason Jordan Peterson became famous.
No, you can't say that these two are the same.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
their
that's
audience,
fucking dumb. You can't say that's the same. No,
I could 100%.
Their audience might be the same, but Jordan Peterson is not a piece of shit like Andrew Tate.
Oh, Jordan Peterson is.
Andrew Tate is a misogynist who objectifies women and doesn't view them as equals, whereas Jordan Peterson is trying to like weirdly collect all the lost boys.
Is a transphobe who doesn't view trans people as equals and singularly rose to prominence on the fact that he wouldn't recognize trans people as equals. Jordan Peterson is a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, but he's not an Andrew Tate piece of shit.
No, they're like, but they're very similar pieces of shit.
No, they're not. They're very different. Andrew Tate is human garbage. Jordan Peterson is a guy with problematic views. Jordan Peterson is not a piece of shit garbage. Jordan Peterson actually helps a lot of people, whereas Andrew Tate is just a misogynist.
No,
Andrew Tate isn't helping anybody.
All the Andrew Tate fans, neither is Jordan fucking Peterson.
Yeah, man. He is. He's getting people to make their bed and clean their rooms, and that makes them feel better about themselves.
And this is exactly my point. Every Andrew Tate fan has the same response. And even after the human trafficking shit came out, it's Andrew Tate is helping people. So we should maybe turn a blind eye to all this unsavory shit he's doing.
But Andrew Tate isn't helping people. He's just doing that
Neither is
pickup
Jordan
artist
Peterson.
thing.
All they're doing.
Jordan Peterson isn't like teaching you how to trick girls into sleeping with you.
Neither one of them is helping people. What they're doing
Jordan Peterson
is capitalizing. All they're doing is capitalizing on this like entire generation of disenfranchised young men and saying the most generic shit advice that these men need to hear, and they have no role models, so they turn to toxic fucks like Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate. And I will say that, yeah, 100%, Jordan Peterson is a piece of shit. Jordan Peterson is a grifter. Jordan Peterson is a guy who singularly rose to prominence based on the fact that he would flat out refuse to use people's preferred pronouns. And you're going to tell me this guy's a fucking stand-up guy because he couldn't do
I'm not saying he's a stand-up guy. I'm saying he has helped people. I'm saying he has problematic views, but I'm saying Andrew Tate is a piece of human garbage, and Jordan Peterson is not in the same category as Andrew Tate.
They're both in the same category in that their fans will 100% invariably say, "Hey, they've helped people. They've helped people."
Well, the people who say Andrew Tate has helped people are wrong, because basically all he's doing is telling people to give themselves fake confidence and be assholes.
Andrew Tate is teaching a bunch of disenfranchised young men what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine.
No, he's teaching them what it means to be a toxic man.
He's giving them
spreading toxic masculinity, and Jordan Peterson isn't doing that.
They're both doing that.
No, they're not. All right, I guess we're gonna agree to disagree on that. Anyways, I agree with you. Jordan Peterson has bad, problematic views. I do like some of his views on the lib left and stuff like that. But I get that a lot of people don't like him and they say he's bad. But I think he genuinely has helped some young men. Whereas Andrew Tate, if he has helped them, he's helped them in the wrong way.
Jordan Peterson is Andrew Tate as an intellectual. That's the only difference. Jordan Peterson has a ton of the same views as Andrew Tate. He just couches them in these intellectual thinking.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, I'm scholarly. I'm an old white guy. I'm not this young brash bald dude. So yeah, no, I'm a good guy.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying they're not the same. And Jordan Peterson has helped people. This is never gonna end, so we should just drop it. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, is there anything else?
I don't have a good news in there because there's only
there was none.
Well, the women of Iran are Time's 2022 Heroes of the Year, which is good. And rapper Young Gravy collected bras thrown on stage by fans and is using them to help other women.
Nice. Good job, Young Gravy.
So that's nice. Wait, what does it say? He collected 678 bras on his US tour, and he's taking the time-honored concert tradition and using it for good. At the end of his tour, he plans to donate them to all women's shelters. There you go. He's taking all those fancy lacy bras that women throw on the stage and hopefully washing them and then giving them to a women's shelter.
Good job, Young Gravy. Wait, wasn't he? Who's he dating?
I don't know. Probably someone.
Some cougar.
Are you gonna milkshake Young Gravy? Because with a name like Young Gravy, I don't think he could do anything bad.
Who did he date? Young Gravy girlfriend. He was.
You know what?
Oh, Addison Rae's mom.
Who's Addison Rae?
Some like YouTuber / actress.
It's probably good that we got in such a heated argument about Jordan Peterson, because that was our 2022 most downloaded episode, was the one when we were making fun of Jordan Peterson for not liking fat chicks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But no, he's a good guy who just thinks fat women are disgusting. and shames addicts while
I
being an
said he had
addict himself.
problematic view.
And
He's not an addict anymore, Derek. He went to
he's-
fucking Russia and got over it and
you're
slipped into a
always-
coma because he
once you're an
stopped
addict,
doing benzos.
you're always an addict. What else? He has, agree to disagree.
We're leaving it.
All right.
So what are we gonna do? Start another podcast because of our argument? And
maybe we will, Dale.
Any other things we should talk about the year? Oh, what was your favorite thing that happened this year?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Because all those things we went through were just the news. Just off the top of your head, there's nothing you can remember?
No, there were a lot where I was just like, holy shit, like very online moments, or like the stupid like online internet things, or like people canceling people and then canceling people for canceling people. I'd have to go back and like listen to some episodes, because there's some shit that was just like laugh out loud funny, like the ridiculousness of it all. I just like terminally online people and their fucking stupid reactions to things all the time. So
off the top of my head, not my favorite thing, but one of the most interesting things was fucking Kanye's fucking complete unraveling. That was wild. And it was so extensive because he kept like doubling and quadrupling down and like went full Black Power and everything. And you're just like, geez, please. But yeah, other than that, I would have to do research because that one's fairly recent, so it's stuck in the head.
Maybe we'll lead off the next episode with that.
Yeah. Maybe just go through the show notes of past episodes and see if there's anything that grabs your fancy.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
Hey, Internet. Thanks for joining us on this magical year and this even more magical episode. I've been your co-host, Derek Boland. You can follow me on Twitter at Herder.
I'm your other co-host, Dale DeRuiter. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at SuperDalebot. You can follow the podcast account at Outrage Fact Pod. Send us an email. Yeah, weigh in. Are you pro Jordan Peterson or anti Jordan Peterson?
No one.
Send us an email. There's lots of people who are. Otherwise, he would be poor.
There are, but I don't think who listen to.
I think that's something I'm still wrestling with because I know he does some good things and some bad things, and I can't decide if I'm overall for or against him. Anyways, send us an email at outragefactpod@gmail.com with like and subscribe. Hey, please write a review. You don't have to give us 5 stars, but I'd like it.
You do have to give us 5 stars.
Yeah, because Derek said.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, is there anything else?
No, that's it. Until next week.
Stay angry. Okay.
Jordan Peterson sucks, bro. Jordan Peterson fucking sucks, bro.